Hi, good morning. There is a tremendous scope for improvement in consumer facing departments in organization, right from customer acquisition to customer engagement to customer retention, and finally managing the customer throughout his life cycle. Today, most of these processes are managed manually, and there is too much of handoffs between each process. Therefore, it is long. It is also quite inefficient and does not use many of the resources available to make it more engaging to the customer. This is where AI steps in. It has been found that AI is extremely successful in automating business processes. It has been successfully used in financial services, health services, and also engaging with customers in large organizations. I find there's a great opportunity to automate certain business processes in consumer facing departments, and thereby increasing customer engagement, customer satisfaction, and consequently customer retention. This will lead to an increase in revenue and also increase in profits. Let me explain this with a few examples. In one of the companies I used to work for, we had a lot of difficulty in servicing small dealers and mechanics for spare parts. This process used to be cumbersome and involved a nightmare in logistic and payment follow-up. Imagine that we had actually invested in a portal where the small dealers and mechanics could log in and place the orders, and we could service them. We could have serviced them from our own warehouses or from the existing distributors who were placed quite near them. And the value added service we could have given them was to manage the inventory, thereby bringing down the inventory cost. And if they had any spare parts which is not moving, we could also have sold it to the other customers, other dealers who require them, and thereby keeping a very close inventory. This would have made the customers, that is our small dealers and mechanics, become more loyal to us, and it would have benefited both the small dealers and the mechanics and us in the long run. This is only one such example. Imagine a few years back, or maybe 10, 20 years back, the way the vacuum cleaners used to be sold by Eureka Forbes was through a process of house-to-house hunting. In fact, there used to be at least one or two salesmen for every 3 streets, and the salesmen used to go door to door to demonstrate their product. Today it is not possible. Consumers don't have the time, and it is prohibitively expensive. The way companies will probably approach today is that using big data analytics, they would find out exactly which are the households who require vacuum cleaners, and they will engage with them either through emails, telecalling, or social media. And when the customers want a demonstration can be done over the web. Customers can place directly their order on the customer website, on the company's website, and the products will be supplied. Most companies today have a very solid return policy, and consumers do not have to fear what will happen if the product does not work. They have always the option of returning them. So this makes the policy, the process of what Eureka Forbes followed very, very successfully for 20 years back, quite redundant. Modi Xerox also did that. And today, if a particular company has to enter this market, what will the process they approach? What Eureka Forbes followed, what Modi Xerox followed, or the current process, what I'm talking about. This digital technology, artificial intelligence, has also a great value in industrial products as a B2B sales. Assuming that there are large organizations, a medium-sized organization, say 500 to 2,000 crores, who are manufacturing some products and they're interested in buying standard products. Such companies are more comfortable dealing with manufacturers directly than distributors. So if you have a website and a portal where these companies can log on, look at all your standard products, choose for themselves what they like to have, compare among different products, see the live demonstrations of the movies, have interact with customers who have already bought these products. It can be done through a portal and they decide to place an order. So this becomes very easy for us to service such small products across the country. Okay, from it can be done if your manufacturing base is even in the south, you can service customers across India, and it will help us. And this not only helps in small products, but also large accounts or big products, extremely expensive products, where customers are, it becomes a difficult selling process, as it is more of application and consultative sellings. And the sales and service engineers who are there in the field might not be able to do so. So invariably, it amounts to one of the specialists from the head office going and closing the deal. And in the process, if there is a delay, this order might be lost. So let us look at the process of how this can be handled. Imagine you want to buy a product, say, earth moving equipment, which is very expensive, around say 25 to 30 lakhs, and you are looking for 10 such products. So it amounts to 3 crores. So this is a large investment where that has to be engagement between various stakeholders in your company and the vendors you're buying from. So given this process, how the customers, how the manufacturer or the companies who are selling them can engage with you. They can create a webinar where they can explain all these products, and also create some sort of platform where your various users can go test these products virtually using virtual reality or augmented reality. For example, the user will see whether it is the department head wanted to know whether it is economical, whether it is a proven technology, or how many hours it has been used. You can actually go see for the products, talk to consumers, and maybe in some cases it can be so simulated over a large period of time how these earth moving equipments perform under various conditions. These conditions can be simulated, and you can really find at these conditions what are the parameters of these engine of the various aggregates in this earth moving equipment. Similarly, the maintenance engineer would like to know how to maintain the products, and this can be done. And somebody would like to know how is the ease of servicing these products. This can also be shown. And after the sale, your engineers can also be trained using virtual reality and augmented reality. And the various stakeholders are interacting with the seller, with various sellers, right from the frontline sales to the product manager, and for a sale which is about 3 crores, even to the chief executive or the vice president. So everybody is on board. Then it is a question of negotiating and coming to a final price where it will be beneficial to both of you. I believe this is how sales will take place even in large products. And we can discuss warranty, we can discuss so many things and arrive at a very faster discussion, because the top man of both the organizations are in touch with each other, and the decisions will become much faster. The coming years are going to be tough, competitive, and companies have to embrace AI and digital technology, not only from the view of reducing cost, but these processes, I believe, will help increase customer engagement. Customers will be happy with you, and thereby customer satisfaction will go up. You will be able to retain customers, and you'll also be able to sign lifetime contracts, which is very profitable in the long run. So I think Indian companies, as far as industrial products and some of the other products are concerned, are still following an outdated method, an outdated way of approach, and this has to be integrated. Believe me that this has to be looked holistically. It cannot be that you automate certain processes and leave out certain other processes. Right from acquisition of customers to servicing of customers to retention of customers to managing the life cycle has to be managed without any manual handoffs. I found the most difficult or the most irritating problem the consumer faces is there is manual handoff. Nobody seems to be accountable. So if you're using systems to seamlessly transfer from one process to another, it will benefit the organization and it will benefit the consumers. So marketers and chief executives, please look into how you are going to digitally transform your customer for the customer acquisition cycle to the customer to managing customer lifestyle using digital technology. It will increase your profits and it will also increase your revenues. There are various papers written by Mckinsey, Bain, who talks about this. So please go through them and transform your organization. Thank you.